would turn the book in. If nobody has it out, then we can start the process over again and check it out too. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so just some general policies about the library. No food or drink by the computers. Make sure your hands are sanitized when you use the computers. Pretty simple. The library's open from 7:50 in the morning, so you can come check out books before school, and then I'm here till 3:45 most days after school, so you can come in and do your library business after school. You guys kind of have a benefit where the 7th graders don't. Of course, 7th graders are never really here, so they have to really go out of their way to get to the library, where you guys have really good access to it. Okay, so I'm just making myself some little notes for Mrs. Crystal because she gets to do this 3rd period for her kids. Because my lunchtime is when you guys have 3rd period. Go figure. Okay, so this library is split into 2 sections. Everything on your left-hand side of this television, so over here, is fiction. Okay. Everything over here is nonfiction. And so I'm just gonna kind of start with the nonfiction first and work my way around, with some exceptions, okay? Put my mask on here because I'm gonna be walking close to it. So these 4 shelves right here are biography. And a biography book can be located by author's last name. And it says B right here. So B stands for biography, and then the author's last name. So if you're looking for a book on Kobe Bryant, you would go to Bryant, you would go to the B's and see if we have anything here. You could also look on Follett Destiny to see if we have a book and it's just not on the shelf. Okay, and like I said, next time in a month, I think we'll schedule you guys to come back and we'll do a quick review of Follett Destiny, and then I'll teach you more specifically on the fiction labels because they're very different from the elementary school. On the course shelf of the biography, I have separated out for you some of the easier biographies called Who Was, Who Is. Who was means what? If it says was versus is, if it says who was, it means what about the author?
If it says who was, he's dead, and if it says who is, he's dead.
Correct. Past tense versus present tense. Unless it's been recently, you know, if we had a who was, or who is book, and they've recently passed away, then like who?
Stanley.
Stanley.
He has a who is book, but
Yeah.
it should be who was now.
Exactly. So they haven't necessarily changed the titles of the books, or maybe they have, but we just don't have them in this version. So starting right here, we have the Dewey Decimal System, and the charts are up here to kind of tell you where they are and what they are. So we have the 000s, and they are, you know, computer science, information, journalism, but then there's a lot of more interesting books in here too. Some that can be considered informational nonfiction or biography. So like Rachel's Tears, this can be a biography, but it's also shelved in the Dewey Decimal System. It counts as both. And then this is a 200 because it's got stuff about social work in it and different things like that. And so Rachel's Tears is 9/11. I don't know, you guys were not alive for 9/11, thank goodness. But, or not 9/11, I'm sorry, Columbine. The massacre at Columbine, where her parents got together and wrote the story of the 2 boys that went in and did a mass murder of the school. So, anyway, so that can be both informational nonfiction and biography. But, so we have the 000s, the 100s and the 200s are right here. And then it kind of jumps to the 300s here, which is social sciences. You're gonna use the 500s and the 600s a lot because those are science and they're right here. And then a lot of you might be interested in sports, so you'll probably be in the 700s, looking at the 700 books, and they're right here. Lots of sports books here and here. And then another section, we have the 800s here, but 800s is literature. It's the one area of the Dewey Decimal System that is actually fiction instead of nonfiction. That's where you find your poetry, okay? And then sometimes collective stories too, story collections. Like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Okay, this isn't put with J.K. Rowling in the fiction section because it's like a play. And so plays and story collections and poetry, they're all over here. We do have a small Spanish section for any 100% Spanish speakers that come and we just want to get a book in their hands to start reading. And then we have a very large 900 section, which is social studies, like your geography and world history. Then you guys might be interested in shelf 40. This is, I just needed another shelf. This isn't part of the Dewey Decimal System here, but what I've done is I've pulled out some of the books that are also nonfiction. These are the where is, what was, what is, etc. So if it's about a person, they're in the biographies. If it's about a place or a thing, they're going to be right here. Okay, and these ones are shelved by Dewey Decimal Number. So nonfiction. These are also nonfiction books. These are your You Wouldn't Want to Be books.
Those are fun.
They are fun. They really work for some kids, but not so much others. I don't think that I would be the kind of person that would succeed with this kind of book, but many, many kids are. And the reason why is I'm a very linear person. Bless you. Does anybody know what linear means? No. Okay, linear means in a line. And Mrs. Crystal knows me really well, and she knows that fits my personality. I cannot function when I see things all over the place. I need to be able to see things in a line and go in order. And so when I see words here and here, and this one's not too bad, but it's like, I don't know what to read first, and I don't know if this goes before this. My mind just doesn't work that way. But these work really well for a lot of kids.
I love them.
Same with graphic novels. These two bottom shelves are the graphic novels, and we've pulled some, and there's a graphic novel table. When I was your age, these were just called comic books. Now they're called graphic novels. They sound much more educational, which they are. They are very educational, but I can't do this either. Like
Yet.
Huh?
Yet. You could if you
if I were
learned.
enough, I could do this.
Yes.
But there's so many other books that I want to read that I would choose before a graphic novel.
There you
Because
go.
I have a difficult time looking at this picture and knowing, okay, do I go this one and then this one?
Mm-mm.
Or do I go this one and then this one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one? I don't know. Like my head I can not comprehend it yet.
There you go. Maybe I could help you, Mrs. Slagle, because I love them. And you can help me with the linear stuff.
Okay. We learn and grow from each other.
Yep.
We do have, so these are fiction, graphic novels, and then down toward the bottom, because nonfiction always comes after fiction, we do have some nonfiction graphic novels. So if I were to read one, I would read this one because it's really funny. This one's called Human Body Theater, and it's actually got the most points out of any graphic novel. It's 3 points. But it's so funny. It's all about the human body and the gross things that are in our body and the gross things that we do. And like it talks all about learning about the bladder. And I'm sorry, but like how we go to the bathroom. And just it's got like a little skeleton, and it's so guts. There's a whole section on your guts. Okay? So it goes through all the different systems of the body. And so it's a great, great way to learn science for those of you that function better looking at pictures. I would only do this for a good laugh. If I wanted to really learn about the human body, I would have to find something linear.